All right. Welcome back to the MOWers Podcast. This is episode 6 today. Episode 6.
Wow, it's already 6, huh?
Already 6. Yeah, we're a month and a half in. We got back to just both of us again today.
Yeah, we got no Terry yet again. He'll be back in the near future for sure.
Should hopefully be back next episode. He's fighting some illnesses right now. Fighting some demons, you should say.
Fighting his demons.
Yeah.
All right.
So, he'll be back soon. But again, thank you guys for tuning in today. Let us know, again, how the mics are. I'm trying no mic stand today, so we'll see how that goes. Let me know if we're too loud, too quiet, there's echoing, whatever it may be. But yeah, what's new in the last week?
Oh, man.
For you, at least. Let's give you a time to
So,
give a
since
quick
last
rundown.
Saturday, right? Had a stupid Sunday last Sunday. Was on hole 16 at Waste Management for pretty much all the day with our missing partner Terrace.
Our fellow soldier.
Yeah,
soldier
no, it was
among
terrible.
us.
Saw the whole Terrace fam. It was great. Shout out Ryan, RT, JT, the great G Ray. Terrace mom, unfortunately not there, but obviously
okay.
shout out Terrace mom. That's T squared right there. All right.
And then Waste Management was last weekend. I did forget about that. We covered that a little bit last week. I mean, I don't think there's really too much.
There's really not much. It was just electric. Came down to the last. It actually went to a playoff, 2-hole playoff. Nick Taylor, the Canadian, gets it done. Man, it is what it is. But the great news is me and my roommate Cody, we had to take the Uber back at around 5:36. Got back to the place. There's about 3 minutes left in the first half of that great Super Bowl, and you really didn't know what was going on with the Chiefs. Just sloppy ball. Honestly, both ways. It was a defensive battle in the first half, no doubt. I mean, we saw that Mahomes pick. I don't know if that was the second quarter. It had him in the second quarter, but that was miserable. But once he threw that, I think we all knew what was going to happen. I mean, you can't be worried if you have Mahomes at quarterback.
No, and that's what I said going
It's
into it.
Crazy.
When you look at both the teams, I mean, skill-wise, I think in all the positions, I guess you could say the Niners were the better team. But when you look at the leader, and that's really what it comes down to in
You
a
look
game
at
like
that
that.
quarterback. I mean, you're right. I mean, dude, no disrespect to Kansas City. They got a great O-line. They got a fantastic defense. Obviously they got the best quarterback in the league, but I think the Niners are probably better at every position. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, no. When you look at all their skill guys,
Oh,
definitely better.
God.
Defensively, they look better. Running back, I mean, Christian McCaffrey's the best running back in the league. So all around, yes, the Niners are just the better team. But when you're led by Patrick Mahomes, I mean, obviously it shows. He makes things happen, and he got it done.
It's just unbelievable. I don't know. Maybe it might have been overtime. Just a nice little 4th and 1, I think. And he just runs this most awesome read option ever for about 25, 30 yards. It's just like, I don't know. You can almost, it's almost like pressure to Mahomes is like, it's fuel, like real fuel.
Yeah, that play itself was just amazing to watch because obviously, like you said, it's 4th and 1. That's for the Super Bowl. If they don't get that, they lose the game.
Yeah.
And you watch him go out there, and he's playing that like it's a practice rep. Like he just looks so calm, so composed, like so ready for that.
Absolutely.
That like you see, no matter what he's put in front of it, he's gonna get it done.
I mean, nobody talks really about like Mahomes, his preparation to everything, but like that guy is a maniac, man. He really perfects the game, and he is just such a next level processor. He's a real intelligent player, to where like he's pretty much always a step ahead. I mean, he almost sees the field about 1 or 2 frames before the defensive player does.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
But it's true.
And that's why he's going to be so successful, and he's already been successful. So, yeah, Super Bowl started off slow. I didn't like the beginning of it, but it turned out to be a great game. Travis Kelce not scoring. I mean, that's a surprise to me. I think all the Swifties were ready for him to score. I mean, that's just they really flipped the script with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think Vegas. That's the one thing Vegas called the line on because they said, "Hey, we got these parlays out here, these SGPs. You know, come on, they won a lot of money off that.
So much money.
I mean, dude, because let's be real.
Ridiculous.
Oh, let's throw in the Travis Kelce touchdown, right? It's got to be on our side, right?
Everyone I know.
The script.
Everyone I know.
Yeah, it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I guess I mean that's one thing looking back on it. Like, man, maybe they did have that planned.
They
all this
probably
build up, boom.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't
it's also
score.
crazy. I mean, did he have like one catch at halftime?
He had a pretty terrible game, especially compared to the rest of his playoffs. I mean, he had a rough season.
I mean, but
great
no, he had
few playoffs.
he had a crazy second half though.
I mean,
And I mean, I guess
kind of.
overtime too.
Kind of.
I think he ended like 9 for 93 or something.
Yeah, I guess it's a good
I think he was like
game.
1 for, I don't even know, 1 yard maybe.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He did have a good game. He definitely did, but that touchdown was what I think a lot of people were looking for.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I mean, I think it all changed when he went out to Andy Reid and really let him know.
oh yeah, I think Andy said, you're gonna get the ball, but
Andy
you're
said,
not getting in the end zone.
"God damn it, Travis, don't make me do this, son."
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what happened.
They did it. All right, that's the Super Bowl.
They did it.
That's 3 times now. I mean,
Yeah.
also
no,
terrible.
great team.
Yeah, another thing that I love about sports is just what it does for cities, right? You got a shit city like Kansas City, Missouri, no disrespect, but this is really big for them. I mean, they got the Royals World Series, fucking 10 years ago. I mean, I guess they got I don't even know. They really don't have really too good of a sports history, but I mean, this is big time. I mean, this is like changing this dynasty that they have created. It's just much needed, and it's terrible also that after winning a Super Bowl, you got, I hate to say it, but you got 2 thugs shooting up the parade.
That's just horrible. Our condolences.
Our condolences. You just hate to
anyone,
see stuff
in
like that.
Situation,
it's just ridiculous. It should be a time. It's really a time of celebration. There should be no type of. You're not going there to fucking dispute anything. All right. There's nothing to be said really.
Well, and the other thing is, it's a Super Bowl celebration parade. If you don't want to celebrate the Super Bowl for the Chiefs, don't go.
Don't go.
It's as simple as that. And then to go and just show that much hate
it's just terrible.
I think there's too much hate in this world now.
There really is a lot of hate.
There really is. It's brutal.
One thing that sucks is like, I mean, I'm all for guns, but like, it's just crazy how powerful they are. You can just have a couple of crazy people holding one of those weapons, pull it out.
And
nothing you can do, right?
No.
Wrong place, wrong time. It doesn't happen to you until eventually maybe someone will get it.
And that's the other problem.
It's
is
terrible.
I think a lot of people, everyone's so far removed from it that
Right.
you obviously know it's extreme and stuff, but until it's like more impactful to you is when people really start to make that mental switch between their view on things like that. So
I agree.
Very, very, very shitty situation for Kansas and the city. But
yeah, I guess, I think Kansas City is a split city. I think half of it is in Kansas and half of it is in Missouri. I hope that's the case.
Couldn't tell you.
I think so. I think probably the worst side of Kansas City is probably in Kansas. That's what I would think. Maybe
I didn't know that the city is it actually split?
I know Kansas City is actually in Missouri. But
Okay.
I think there's also a Kansas City, Kansas.
Gotcha.
Right on the. That's what I think.
Okay. Interesting.
It's kind of how it works.
Interesting.
But yeah, Kansas City is not in Kansas.
But is it like when you mean like it's in Kansas and Missouri? Do you mean that it's one city that's like on the border?
Yeah, I'm saying like I think it's like on the border, but like all like the real stuff that goes on in the city is in Missouri. Like I think the real part of the city, like the downtown district,
is in Missouri.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's interesting. And then what else? I mean, so we got the NBA All-Star weekends this weekend.
Yeah, no. I don't condone gambling. I don't support it. It's terrible. Don't ever do it. But let's just say in an alternate reality last night, I did put some money down. We were bet on the Rising Stars game, right? What D-Gen's going to bet on the NBA Rising Stars? I am, all right? I mean, come on, right? All right, but this is alternate reality. Again, this is not real.
No.
This is just like a story.
It's
basically,
yeah.
And so, obviously I got to take that Team Jalen money line over Team Tamika. I hate to say it, but Team Tamika, I'm sorry. You just can't coach a roster filled with great hoopers. You can't coach them after playing in the WNBA. I'm sorry. But you got a great guy like Jalen Rose, Michigan legend. All right, let's get it done. All right. They got the money line, Benedict Mathurin, and they actually ended up winning the whole thing. But here's the bad thing. Is another thing I placed before the whole thing started. It was just 2 semifinal games and then a championship. Team Paul was really looking like a good squad. They had Wemby. I would have figured Wemby would have a good showing in his first little All-Star.
Well, especially that they're going up against a G League team.
Yeah,
and
their first matchup was against Team Detlef Schrempf. All right, only filled with G Leaguers, which there are some good hoopers in the G League. You got Matez Buzlis. You got the great Lincoln Rail Splitter, Imani Bates. All right, you got Mac McClung. All right, he's probably gonna go back to back in the dunk contest tonight.
No, that's going to be fun to watch.
Players, but they were plus 950, I think, to win it all, and they upset Team Powell. First round. Just terrible stuff. Terrible. And then in the championship game, Team Jalen got it done. Benedict Mathurin, great player. That's that. I think maybe Chet was on that squad.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren's a hooper.
Yeah, so it was a good little tournament last night in the All-Star weekend. And then today there's a few events going on, I think.
Yeah, I think the probably starts with the little skills challenge. I don't even know what they do for that anymore.
There's the skills challenge, the dunk contest, the 3-point contest.
I think it probably goes 3-point contest and then dunk contest to top it off. I feel like dunk contest is like late night, probably like 10 p.m. Eastern.
Prime time, everyone's watching.
Everybody's on the court with their phones going crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So that should be fun to watch. So we'll see what happens with that tonight. If you didn't know about that, check it out. It's a fun thing to see.
Yeah,
All-Star
people hate on just any All-Star type of thing. I do think the NBA does it right because it's basketball. I mean, you can collect all the best players in the league and make it a fun time for them, and they actually really do enjoy it, no doubt.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it should be fun to watch. Should be good to see. Another thing new this week for me personally, I guess I should say this week, but yesterday, I took my drone test to become a official pilot or a licensed drone pilot, and that's big for me because yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Come on, that's big time.
It is. I did fail it the first time I took. I should mention that, but you live and you learn, and
takes two.
It does take two.
2 times.
It does take two. But yeah, no, I got that done yesterday. So if anyone's watching needs a drone pilot, let me know, and I got you.
This guy's good at what he does too. The great thing about Owen, he doesn't half-ass anything.
I try not to. I really try not to. You gotta stay on top of things.
You gotta stay on top of things. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's better to be ahead than behind. That's what a wise man once said.
Yeah, that's actually a hell of a quote.
Yeah, it's better to be ahead than behind.
No doubt.
Couldn't tell you who that's from,
but I mean,
some wise man said that.
Come on, Kobe Bryant, he likes playing from behind,
Yeah, he does.
Sometimes playing from behind actually, there's actually an argument that if you're playing from behind,
you got a little more fire.
It almost improves your efficiency because it has to.
You have to, otherwise it's game over.
Otherwise you're cooked, right? Otherwise you're cooked. I mean, that's a thought. That's a thought to be had.
Yeah. But I guess that's different. That's in the game. That's nothing you can control, but you got to practice so that in the game, when you are behind, you can get ahead. And that's being ahead before you're behind.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be a bench scrub and just expect to somehow pull off a 30-piece off the bench. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. You got to get ahead.
And your team knows it, your coach knows it.
Yeah.
You're in for 5 minutes and then you're back on the bench.
Yep. Right. So that's what's new with us. Otherwise, we're just living life,
having a great time in the great city of Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, weather's starting to get warm, and hopefully it's the same across the country. I haven't done too much looking. I know Michigan. I heard it was cold recently, but hopefully it picks back up, gets a little bit warmer. I'm looking for spring. ready to hit the golf course a little bit, get outside, get in the sun, get out of this winter rut, and just change things up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Um,
No doubt about it.
yeah.
So we were having how many viewers we got right now?
There's 3 right now.
3 right now. All right. I would love for all 3 of you to say what sports league do you think has the best mascots? College does not count. College sports, just you can't really put those in there because they are the best. But we're talking professional sports league. What league do you guys think has the best mascots?
Yeah, I mean, in our conversation, a few of the things you're talking about is, I think personally we kind of just disregarded the NHL. Right? Or did you say you like the NHL?
I love the NHL. Just because I don't know, I feel like I've played so many Chell games with the mascot squad.
Yeah.
And it's just they're pretty cool, I mean, if you what's your favorite Detroit mascot? The Tiger? Are you going to say the Tiger?
I think if you're going to Detroit, I mean, I like the
Tiger's sick. I do like the Tiger. The Lion.
The Lion's cool, but
Lion's cool.
Here's the thing with a mascot. I think to be considered a very, very good mascot, it has to be something that you can market that supports your team, but also something that can be visible at the stadium. When you go to the Lions games, I mean, actually the Lions, I feel like I see the Lion.
Yeah, no, you see the Lion. No,
but like you don't go to a Red Wings game and you see the purple octopus walking around.
I understand that, but I do think, like, in my opinion, the purple octopus is sick.
No, I think it is a really cool mascot.
It's just a stupid mascot, and that's what the NHL does. Like, they got, like, a lot of furry monsters. I mean, like,
yeah, true.
I think the Philadelphia Flyers, dude, he is so sick. He's just this bright orange guy.
Yeah, I guess the other tough thing with, like, NHL is it's really hard. With MLB, you can have the mascot go on the I guess the line is all over the place.
Rory's definitely all over the place. They love Rory.
But one tough thing with the NHL, and then I guess NBA as well, is when you have an NHL mascot, it's not like he's going to be on the ice. Whereas you have a football mascot, he can go on the field. He can be on the field at halftime. You have a MLB mascot. He's kind of walking around the dugout area. He can go on the field in between innings or in the 7th inning stretch. Like, a little bit more can be done with the mascot. It's tough when you're playing a NHL game because it's not like they're going to be just walking around the ice.
I think the actual impact of mascots, I mean, nobody cares about hockey mascots. But I do think if you actually, like, look at them,
they're the coolest.
I think they are the coolest, in my opinion. That's what I'll say.
That's fair.
I do like, there are some really good NFL mascots, no doubt. I mean, I think my favorite one's got to be, I might have to go, it's a crazy take, but probably go with the Pittsburgh Steelers guy.
I don't even know what that would be.
Oh, I think he's like just some minor dude.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure.
See, again, I think that my argument towards that one is it might be cool. It just, I feel like the team doesn't brand it enough for it to be useful. You know what I mean? Like, if you think of the Steelers, you think of black and yellow. You think of their logo.
Yeah, but you got to
understand. You don't think the last thing I think of when I think of the Steelers, I think of Troy Polamalu before I think of their mascot.
Well, sure, okay.
So it's like, I feel like their mascot just doesn't.
I just think he's cool though. Like, if you actually see him.
Yeah, I mean, but what does he have to do with the team?
He's the team mascot, bro.
But how, if he's a minor?
Dude, do you know what a fucking Steeler is?
What is a Steeler? A steel miner?
Well, you gotta realize that a Steeler has to be like a steel manufacturing plant, right? And you gotta do some type of shit.
Yeah.
You gotta have a hard hat guy on, right?
Yeah.
You gotta have a good amount of them, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, what else would they do? That's my question.
Well, but then why is their logo a circle with 3 colors?
The 3 diamonds that it is, and the colors have to do with the company that started them in Pittsburgh or whatever, and the diamonds have to do with steel.
So it actually does have a correlation.
It has meaning. It's not just a dumb name.
Well, I also think that their logo and
like
their mascot
Steelers is a pretty stupid name, but like, no, it's got real meaning. Okay. I mean, it's a steel city.
Yeah,
it's a real industrial. Right. Pennsylvania is just Pennsylvania. Shout out Pennsylvania, but that place, That's not a place you really want to.
Is Philadelphia in Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah, no,
I-
but Philadelphia is in a weird spot. It's pretty close to NYC.
Oh,
Like
oh yeah.
it's
yeah.
really on the east.
Okay, gotcha.
So like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, you're gonna have to take the drone on the train over to NYC.
Oh yeah, I'll have to take the drone
That'll be-
everywhere I go from now on.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean you're certified.
Oh look. Hello to everyone tuning into the chat. I see you guys. Hey Brooke. Hey.
What up, Brooke?
Impact's in here. He's a friend from Germany. That's awesome.
Oh wait, is he?
uh,
Wait,
He's up here.
holy shit! Owen, been a minute.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's good
That's
to see you
great.
guys and appreciate you guys saying hi.
All right,
Um,
so what do we got to do now?
I don't know. If you guys got any questions for us, send it in. I mean, we do have an announcement. I do think that now is a good time to make the announcement.
This is a great time to make an
Let
announcement.
me.
Even though we have no viewers, it's fine because it'll get posted on our social media, and all the viewers that are actually here,
They'll be able to
those
see
are
it live.
those are real ones.
I'm just gonna.
They're seeing a live announcement.
I'm gonna just put it over top of this one so that
Wow.
you guys can see it real quick. Something that we're planning on doing over the next, I guess the rest of the mowers is this is something we're gonna do. Let's see if I can get this pulled up right here.
Oh God, real tough stuff going on right now by this guy.
Here we go.
There it is. You got to make that way smaller.
Oh man. Oh, this is just brutal.
Oh, dude.
Oh no, this is not good.
It's almost like the live viewers almost get it worse. You know,
Oh yeah. Well, they're in for the ride.
they're in for the ride. All right, this is only episode 6.
This is only episode 6, and they get to see the true side of us. There's no
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing perfect.
there is nothing perfect about the mowers, and you are seeing that here. But as you can see on the screen now, this is the announcement we have to make. We are gonna start doing. We're gonna plan on weekly ones, at least once a week, where we're gonna do some video game streams. I think it'll be a little bit more enjoyable for you guys to watch. It'll change it up, so instead of us just sitting here chatting, it'll give you guys a better visual, something fun for you guys to see, and then you guys can just hear us chat in the background and just hang out and have fun like we usually do. So this week we're gonna do it at Tuesday at 9 p.m.
On
Eastern
Tuesday.
on Tuesday.
He's European, all right.
Yeah, I'm
We're
still
colorful
learning
flag.
English. It's not the best. On Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, for us, it's going to be 7 p.m. Yeah, and we're just going to hang out, play some video games. I think this week we'll probably stick to Warzone. But if you guys have any recommendations for what you guys want to see, or future episodes, if you want to see other games, then just comment that, and then we'll get that for you. Brooke, yes, I have gotten my visa, and I'm currently in America, so I'm not stuck in Europe. That's okay.
Oh, I'm surprised that you got a green card now.
I don't know. I got something that allowed me to get here. But yeah, so this
That's
is the
crazy.
announcement we had. Tune into that. I'll be posting more things about that, so you guys are aware. And then share that with your friends, or tune in, see how it is, and then share it afterwards. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this was coming, so it should be fun.
Yeah. So a real quick thing is, I don't know. I just kind of have this weird feeling. So I got this shirt on right now. It's a Phoenix Suns shirt, but the mascot for the Phoenix Suns is his name is Go the Gorilla. Now my question is why is a gorilla the Suns mascot? I thought you know.
It's a great question. That is a
Can you pull this guy
wonderful
up
question.
I just wonder if that's even like that's not a good thing.
All right, so
Wow.
I said they just tried it it says here they just tried it because they wanted to get the fans involved, and then they kept it because the fans loved it. They adopted the gorilla mascot in the 1980s after a fan's performance in a gorilla suit was well received by fans.
Oh, well
So-
received. I wonder why.
I really don't think that there is any meaning behind it. I don't think there's
There really is no meaning. It was just completely random. But I mean,
yeah, it literally just says a man working for the team was hired to wear a mascot or a gorilla suit to the game, and decades later it stuck. So
That's interesting.
so there's nothing really special about it, but it's their mascot. And it's been there forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's close to a lot of bad things though. You're kind of playing with eventually that might not work.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could definitely change it up to maybe just a sun.
Well, I mean, I just think, you don't think of a gorilla at all when you think of a sun. And
You don't think of a gorilla when you think of Arizona. You don't think of a gorilla when you
No.
think of Phoenix.
No.
You don't think of a gorilla when you think of the Phoenix Suns.
no.
So
But I guess the fans love it, right? That's Arizona.
yeah, I guess
Wow.
it is.
That is a crazy question, Tracy. that is a crazy thing to ask. What?
And yeah, I mean,
Oh, don't tell me that's a burner, bro.
I think
Don't tell me
I
that's
think
a
they could
burner.
definitely switch it up and probably switch it to a sun. That would be my suggestion. Is just be a big old sun
God.
or a cactus. Something for
I think
Arizona.
A cactus,
A
would,
cactus
be
would
cool.
be sweet.
Cactus would be cool.
A cactus would be sweet.
But I mean, come on, that's lame, right?
Yeah, but I mean, hey, the Stanford trees.
Yeah, but I guess that's pretty bad.
A tree. What are they? The Stanford Cardinals?
Cardinal.
Oh, they're the Stanford Cardinal,
Cardinal, yeah.
and they're
Which
a
is
tree.
weird. Which is weird.
And you would think, a tree's pretty basic. There's nothing going on with a tree, but
Well, I think it might be a special type of tree. Maybe it's called a cardinal tree. I could be wrong, but
yeah. But basically what I was saying is a tree's pretty basic. A sun or a cactus is pretty basic. I think as long as they market it well, it could be wonderful. Imagine a little.
I mean, you're a great marketer. So
Imagine
you know
a
how
little
it works.
cactus guy. He was like this, and he just kind of waddles around the arena.
I see it right now.
Yeah, no, something like this.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
And then his arms have to be stuck like this the whole time as he waddles around the arena.
It'd be a tough job, but
It'd be good for. Imagine the stories. The first day that wore it, Phoenix Suns mascot loses circulation to his hand after walking around like a cactus for 6 hours.
yeah.
It would be great headlines.
Welcome to AZ.
Great headlines.
That's all it is. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Or he's got or the cactus arms will be normal, and he's just got to walk around with his arms down to his thigh.
Oh.
So he's basically has no access to his arms.
Oh, so they're fake arms.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
That's probably the safe way to do it.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Very interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Or we'll send in a petition. Is that what it's called? Maybe not a petition. Some sort of vote. Whatever.
I
it's
don't think you
called.
can call it a petition when you don't get people to sign for it because we
No,
don't.
that's
we
what I'm
don't
saying.
need signatures. We're just sending it in.
Oh, we'll just send it right
We're
to
just sending it right to them. We're gonna hope they read it.
right to Mark Cuban.
We'll just keep ripping it till they read it.
No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
But no, I don't want to get rid of the gorilla. I just was wondering why the hell they came up with that.
Yeah, and no reason.
There is no reason.
There is no reason. Interesting. You guys got any questions for us? We'll see if you guys want to know anything else about us, or
Tracy's wild.
I don't know.
Are we gonna be able to rewatch that?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
good. I want to see like. Oh,
I don't know.
that's terrible. That's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Emma, comment to me.
They're trying to have a conversation.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
We'll take the comments, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, gladly.
That's engagement.
That is engagement. It's great engagement. It's great for us to see you guys.
Wow. All right. Looks like we're gonna have to pull up the FanDuel, right?
No. I don't think we pulled the FanDuel.
Yeah, we should pull the FanDuel.
No.
Oh, I got a plan, but I'm gonna play.
No.
In an alternate reality.
Alternate reality.
Hey, this is all alternate reality
All
talk.
alternate
This isn't
reality.
real stuff we're talking about.
Is that you guys living together? All right, that's a good question. So we'll explain our living situation. So, it is not all of us living together. We are all close, but me and Jack have an apartment together, so it's just a 2-bedroom with us. And then pretty much right across the street from us is where Herm's at, and He's in his own apartment, not his own. He's in an apartment with 3 of his buddies. So maybe we'll have to do a podcast over there sometime.
Yeah,
Change up the setting.
Do that. I mean, it's really not too.
No,
too
no,
much to
it would be easy to do. We'll try to get that maybe planned sometime. That'd be fun. And then next year things are gonna change, and you guys will see this eventually as the podcast continues. But me and Jack are staying in the same spot. But Herm's got some big things planned.
I'm
for next
planning
year.
on studying abroad over in Owen's homeland, Deutschland. So I'm probably gonna do that fall semester next year, and then I'm just gonna figure out housing when I come back in January, I guess.
No, that'll be fun. What is one thing that you're looking the most forward to for your time in Europe? Whether it's travel, something specifically in Germany, the food.
I mean, all those really hit the spot. I'd say probably the number one thing is probably going to a couple soccer games. You know.
Ooh. No, that'll be.
I just think that'll be sweet.
That'll be sweet. And then, you'll have to see if you're there in the fall, just buy a cheap plane ticket to London, and go to the London football games. Or is there a game in Frankfurt, Munich?
Oh, they got games everywhere.
Yeah, you'll have to do an American football game in Europe.
Oh, an American one.
Yeah,
I
NFL.
I could go to the Frankfurt NFL game.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'd be sweet.
I will go to that. I will go to that.
Ooh, what team will you support?
What team will I
Bayern
support?
Munich?
It really
PSG?
depends. I'm really still dependent. I'm still deciding what city I really want to do. Kind of depends on the program. But I'm probably between Berlin and Munich. So I mean, obviously I'm gonna probably be a big Bayern supporter if I go down there. But I might be a Union Berlin fan. You might have to be if you're up there,
Or you just support Luton Town?
I mean, Luton Town will be my EPL team for sure. Always Luton Town. If you guys know who Luton Town is,
Shout out Luton.
shout out Luton. Great place.
We gotta reach out to them and see if we can be the official sponsor.
Oh
of the-
God,
of the
dude! I
Luton
would love to
Town
do
FC.
some video board graphics for them.
The Mowers. Luton
The
Town.
Mowers interview, Adebayo from Luton Town.
That'll be awesome. That would be sweet. That'd
What
be
made
really
you
cool.
guys start this channel?
Oh.
It's a great question.
I guess that I'll kind of take this one.
You can take it.
I mean, really, there's not too much of a long story for this. The biggest thing is I'm into video creation, video production. That's kind of what I'm pursuing as a career and as a degree. And so I'm kind of always thinking about different ideas, whether it's videos or not. And almost all the time we are hanging out doing whatever we're doing. Nothing. We're just chatting. We're watching shows. We're playing video games. And one of the times we were sitting there, and I think it was probably like a 3 or 4 hour stretch where we literally, I don't think we got up from the couch, and it was all pretty much podcast material for what we were talking about. And so as I was sitting there, I was thinking, man, I feel like we could literally do exactly what we do normally, just put up a camera in front of us, kind of like what we do now, and kind of broadcast it for other people's entertainment. Because if I was able to watch myself, I think it'd be hilarious to see our conversations.
Oh, like there's some times where like just anywhere I'm like, I wish there's like cameras here with like mics, like I want to put like a Ring doorbell on my fridge because it's always just this stuff that kind of just happens naturally, but like you can really this is nothing new for us. We're just really in front of cameras, just doing.
We do this almost all the time. We're always, Herm, you coming over? All right, cool. Play a few games of Madden. We'll play some pool. We'll sit and talk. I mean,
why not stream it?
Why not stream it?
Once a week?
Yeah.
And then play some games too.
Yep. And I think we might actually start doing just some. Well, after you guys, if you guys want to comment either in the video afterwards or live right now, we're thinking about also possibly starting some streams every once in a while. That'll be, I guess, almost just like day in the life streams. It'll be if Herm comes over and we're just hanging out, we'll set up a camera, go live with some mics, and it'll literally be just us hanging out.
Yeah,
Nothing special.
It'll literally just be that's something you just put up on the TV and you leave, you walk back in, you go, what are these bozos up to now? You know?
Exactly. Yeah. So comment if you want to see something like that. But we think it'd be awesome, and it would provide a little bit more of our natural side, I guess is the best way to put it. And then the other thing is, there's so many times, exactly like you said, where a conversation will happen or something funny will happen, and I'm like, damn, I wish we could record that. So this is kind of our way of doing that, and then allowing everyone else to watch. One funny thing, the other night, I don't even know what it's called, the Ninja Foodie 11-in-1 Instant Pot air fryer.
Oh yeah, this is a great
whatever it
conversation
is.
to be had right here.
And we were cooking artichokes.
We were cooking artichokes.
So we were kind of looking at it and trying to figure out the setting. And Herm walks up and he goes, "Oh, I wonder what this is." And it says bake/roast. So I think for the next 20 minutes after that, me, Jack, and Herm sat there and discussed what the difference between a bake and a roast is. If anyone, I want you guys to comment.
Yeah, I mean, so like there's the different settings on this little pressure cooker thing, but one of the settings is literally bake/roast, which you would think, oh, that basically means it's the same thing, right? But it's not. There is definitely a difference between baking something and roasting something. And so, like, when is it that the baking turns into roasting?
I think what we came to the conclusion of was baking and roasting are technically the same thing, just roasting has a few additions to it. One, roasting is usually at a higher temperature. Or it said roasting was if it, like, cooks and sits it in its own juice, I think. So, for example, like a turkey roast, you would put that into the oven, and it might sit in its juices or whatever, but you're also cooking it at a higher temperature. I think it said, above 450 or above 475 or something is technically a roast. So I think that would be the conclusion of what that conversation came down to. But it was just a good thing for us to figure out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also baking, like anything that is flour based or with anything with dough, it has to be baked, because if you did roast it at that higher temperature that he's talking about, it would ruin it. So like any like bread or anything, obviously you always say, you're baking that stuff, but that's just because that's what you have to do. And like, you can even, I think there's like a term, slow roast. So slow roast to me probably means it's still going to count as roast. You're not baking the thing, but it's probably going to be a lower temperature, but for a longer time. You're just slow roasting it.
Like barbecue stuff would be like a slow roast.
You can slow roast it, if you want,
Yeah. The other thing we discussed about that was why it made it so confusing is the Instant Pot says bake/roast, but then we looked at the oven and there's no roast setting.
Yeah.
So that might be where you press
like,
bake and you just hit 475 and then technically you're roasting it.
Like, do you bake a turkey or do you roast a turkey?
I think you roast.
You can roast a turkey, I think, but maybe you can also bake one. Maybe you can do both.
Well,
maybe it's actually different process. But again, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing. It's like the same thing.
I don't know. That's a tough one. We need Gordon Ramsay. We need some true chef to give us.
We need to be on the little bar rescue, dude.
Oh man,
that'd be fire.
That would be fire. Some Food Network.
Food Network. CNET.
What was your favorite channel growing up? Not, or I guess what's your favorite channel in general? Because Food Network for me growing up, obviously I love watching some of the cooking shows, some of the, what was that one? Guys Grocery Games. I don't know if you've seen that. Basically, it's a cooking show, but they have 60 seconds to shop for their items, and then there's challenges, and I like that one. What was the other one? Beat Bobby Flay, America's Worst Cooks. Like, there's a handful of them. But okay, yeah, roasting it also uses its own juices. So, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What would be your favorite channel or show series?
Right now,
either right now or when you were growing up.
It's tough.
Or is there a Netflix series?
No. I'm not gonna support Netflix here. I'll probably say my favorite is probably some good, as a kid, I'll say it was a great Comedy Central, and because of that, that's how I won Class Clown senior year. All right, so like I will say that I've just always found joy in comedy. I just love comedy. I think there's really no reason to live if you're not laughing and having a good time. So the stuff that Jordan Peele does on there. I mean, it's just great. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's a good take. And yeah, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. I mean, you could throw. I mean, all right. Is this stuff bad? Sure.
Okay,
But
but
it's
I
comedy,
think the
dude.
better way to put it is the stuff
Is it?
content that you can sit there and watch for hours upon hours upon hours. Probably not.
No,
It's
no,
not
no,
a show
no.
that you binge or whatever. But
Correct,
to
correct.
throw that on, I
To
mean,
throw that on, I mean, if
you can never go
if you're
wrong.
talking about, hey, you can throw one episode of any channel on right now, I think Comedy Central has a high chance of delivering you the most enjoyable experience.
The Three Stooges, that's a good one.
Three Stooges
That's a
is
funny one.
incredible.
What's the meaning behind Mo? That's pretty
Oh.
simple. So Mo stands for Michiganders Out West. And
That's right.
all of us, the podcast hosts, me, Jack, and Herm, are all from Michigan. I mean, we've been kind of all over the place, but Michigan's where I would probably say that's where I'm from. And so we all moved out west. Jack and Herm moved out here freshman year of college to go to ASU, and then I moved out here last August. It would have been just tried to get somewhere warm, try to be on my own, live a little bit while I was young, and yeah, so that's why we all got out here, and that's where we got the name from, the Michiganders Out West.
Yeah, I mean, it was really a spur of the moment thing. You're thinking,
Oh,
oh no, I think this means low battery in the camera. Low battery in the camera. This is bad. All right, episode 6. There's still struggles. There will always be. That's fine. It's gonna absolutely die. One quick second. There it goes. I wish I could just, I don't know. I wish I had my harmonica on me. If I had that, we would really be having a good time. Next time, I guess we kind of got to stay prepared. You got to be ready for when things don't go smooth. Yeah, I mean, to answer basically my answer to your question also, Brooke, on why we started this podcast. I think that was you who asked it. Owen really does all this technological stuff. I mean, he's fixing this right now. He really knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of technology. I mean, this guy's been making videos for a long time, and he showed me a little Semp family little vlog thing they used to do, and it's great stuff, And they're just built for the camera, They really are. They're talented, real talented people. So Owen just asked me, basically me and Jack, we just gotta have a fun time, and bring good energy, bring good talking points, and just kind of because Owen's always wanted to pretty much do a podcast, but you can't really do it on your own. It's way harder to, and it's way easier. I mean, Jack's missed the last 2 now, but it's fine because this is the Migos right here, right?
yeah.
We got 3 of us.
Yeah, no, and like Herm was saying, I like all the video stuff, so it just makes it easier for them. I just wanted their personalities. I think all of us have great personalities for camera,
Absolutely.
for entertainment, for other people, and so I just said, hey, I just need you guys to tag along this process with me. And as it's been progressing, as we've been doing it, just the more support from them is awesome. So there's even times where we're sitting in the hot tub and we'll discuss ideas for the podcast or other things for the brand. So it initially started as just something I threw out to them, and now it's a 3-person team that we're all working together for it. So it's been fun. It has been.
Yeah, it's also like, I've really, obviously more heads on something's better than one, right? And so when you got 3 brains that can kind of give their own kind of thought on how things should be, it's better than just one. You can kind of do a little group thing. You can use ideas from one person and from somebody else. Like, let's talk about, hold up. Right here. Let's talk about that logo, all right? This guy is an absolute mastermind with the graphics, right? But, he can't say that he came up with grass being on top of the mow. Who would think of that necessarily, Also, I the letters definitely changed colors. We decided, hey, that white really pops. We like the bubble letters and stuff, and he really perfected it. He made the outlines. It's just it's just an awesome process to kind of just be along for the ride with,
Yeah.
because like it's all of our creativity coming together, and it's just like, why not, right? Like,
No, it's really fun. It's a
it's fun.
blast.
Like,
It's
like,
really
we have a
cool
fun
to.
time doing this. Like, this does, like, doing a podcast. Some people like being a podcaster. That is literally their job. That is what they will make money off of. But I feel like that's such a great job, because like this is for fun. Like, I have a great. I love doing
Yeah.
this. Like,
Yeah, no,
it's just fun.
I look forward to it every week.
Yeah,
After this stream ends, the first thing my mind goes to is, all right, what do I have to do to polish off that last stream we did, and what do I have to do to prepare for the next one? So it's just constant work. It's always engaging. And then, like Herm said, even with the graphic down here, it's all right. We think we're gonna do this, and then I pull it up, and okay, well, let's change it, and then they give me an idea, and 30 minutes or 30 seconds to 30 minutes later, we have an updated one, and constant changes and constant changes. So like Herm said, yeah, it's just a process that we all get to enjoy, and
absolutely.
it's fun
And
together.
like, I think the best part about it is it only gets better.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, no, and then hopefully as it gets better and easier for us, it gets better and more fun for you guys to watch.
Absolutely.
So yeah. What else? What else? Hmm. I think we should. You know what I think would be a blast to watch, and I've seen other YouTubers kind of do this, is like cooking things.
You love your cooking.
I do love my cooking, but it's also enjoyable to watch. The one that I've seen on TikTok, and I'm sure some other people have seen it as well. It's these, I think they're triplets, but
Here, all right. Not to interrupt, but my big problem with these cooking channels and stuff is, sure, it's great to learn, all these different processes and foods that you can make, all these different recipes. But when I'm watching that, all right, it just makes me hungry. And sure, you can go make it right after, that's cool. But it almost, to me, it really angers me. Like, it angers me because it's just so great, right? It's perfect. It's perfect. It's great stuff. It's just like,
but if we did it, it wouldn't be perfect.
yeah, I mean,
It wouldn't be perfect.
That's true as well. Like, you really go,
But
dang it,
yeah, but the other thing is, I don't think that a cooking channel is like what we'd be focused on, but like cooking challenges where we compete against each other to make a dessert would be fun.
Oh,
Or
dude,
one that
I could do some crazy cakes.
One that I think would be absolutely hilarious, which this is what I was getting to with those triplets, is they basically do it where one of them is blindfolded, one of them can't talk, and one of them can't hear. So basically, if I can't see, you have to tell me to do things where I can't see anything.
I see.
You can't hear anything.
Oh god.
So
That's
when I have my blindfold and I'm talking, you can't hear me and I can't see you, and then Jack can't talk or whatever.
So each person only has one of the.
Each person only has one thing, and you basically work together as a group to try to make something while you're all handicapped.
Wow.
By something, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I think that would be an hilarious
that would
video.
be awesome.
And if you guys want to see that, let us know. We'll get working on. All right, yeah. We'll definitely have to plan something for that in the future.
We will for sure do that.
But I think that'd be hilarious, whether we stream it or we record it as
You know
a
what we
video.
should get? We gotta get that picture. We did a little gingerbread building contest. This
over Christmas.
And who ended up winning? My roommate.
Well, I think we should preface this first. So we did a gingerbread cooking contest or gingerbread making contest.
Yeah, this is big.
And you would think, like when you're doing a gingerbread making contest, everyone's gonna have the same supplies, and it's who can make the best from these supplies. Well, that was the initial plan, but then when we went shopping for supplies, a few of the contestants decided, oh, why would I work along the guidelines that everyone else is? Let me purchase my own supplies and have an unfair advantage. So there was 3 of us who used the exact same supplies and had 3 different looking houses, but then there was 2 of our 5 contestants who had their own kits to make, and then it's basically just Legos. You're just following instructions. And so then I guess the true judges gave those two contestants first and second place.
That's true. I guess technically, yeah. But I mean, yours did have what was it? What did you have on the back of it?
Okay.
What was it? What was it? Was it a door?
No, it was a little shelf.
Oh, it was a shelf
on the outside of my house. And I tend to do this when I have gingerbread houses or things like that. I tend to add things that might not make sense in real life, but it's for the.
Oh.
So I had my gingerbread house, and I cut a little graham cracker and made a little support beam and glued it to the back of my house. And then I put in a nice 2 little, I think, gummy bears that look like ornaments or decorations. And I just got flamed, absolutely torn apart by whatever this apparently unnecessary thing was on the back of my house. Why is there a shelf on
it
your
was
house?
a shelf
What is
on
the
the
shelf?
back of the house. There's no way to access it, you know. It's just a shelf that will do nothing.
Okay, well, I didn't want to put a shelf on the inside of my house, and you couldn't see it. So I put it on the outside.
Okay. I mean, mine, I built a little temple. Mine was crazy.
Yours wasn't really.
Mine wasn't a house. Mine was more of
like a satellite tower.
No, I wouldn't call it a satellite tower. That's crazy. I would call it more of like a, kind of like a, nice campfire area with a really, really high ceiling like this.
Yeah, it was basically just a massive teepee.
It was like a huge teepee, and I had some like dudes that were definitely down there grilling and stuff, but they just didn't like it. But like honestly, if you got a sleeping bag, you could sleep in that one just as fine as, any one of theirs. So it's really all subjective.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll definitely have to do that again next year, but all have the same guidelines.
I also just don't think there's such thing. There should not be such thing as a gingerbread contest, because you could say every single one is the best one.
Well, then you can say that any contest for anything, anyone could be the best one.
No, but gingerbread making is like different, because that's just like it's complete garbage pretty much.
So basically you're saying we need to have some qualifications in. All right, we'll say you get a score of 1 to 10 on livability, you get a 1 to 10 on colorfulness, and you get a 1 to 10 on uniqueness.
Yeah, if you actually did a criteria, then there could actually be a real winner.
Okay.
But like I feel like it's just really what the voters like.
Well,
what pleases their eyes, it's not necessarily the best one,
Well, maybe then by that point we can do a poll and see our viewers what they think, and they'll be the judges.
I
think that's
see, when you have when you have just a couple of people voting on it, there's a really high chance for it to sway, right?
Yep.
But man, if we had a real amount of votes, you could almost say that that's a large enough sample.
We would do it anonymous, so you wouldn't know who's whose.
It doesn't matter, anonymous or not. I don't care.
No favoritism. There's no biased opinions.
Oh, I see.
Our fans could be like, oh, Herm's my favorite. This is Herm's. It definitely stands out more than others.
Well, I mean, I also think it's good that they know whose it is, because when you understand it's mine, you see the vision, right?
Well, no one saw the vision when I put my shelf on mine.
It's because there was none.
Oh.
Oh man!
I'm just getting torched again. And
this
is 2 or 3
it
months ago.
It was a backward shelf. Okay.
We'll have to see if we can find a picture.
I would love to find a picture.
I think I definitely have one somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Oh, it was world class.
Man. I think it was a great thing.
I mean,
it was a
good looking house.
It was a great look. It was splendid. Really well put together. A little bit of slight
You
OCD.
know, that happens. Oh God. There's a reason why your video didn't show the back of it. Oh God.
All right, should I just show that?
Yeah, you gotta show that. That's great. All right, that's great. Oh my God. All right, watch this. There it is. It's a great looking house, but that's a great balcony. That's beautiful. There's just jelly beans on a shelf. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, man.
No, I think those are nice. A green one and a red one that shows like your Christmas colors.
Sure. I agree. It's real cute.
Because I think it would be worse if I just put 2 gummies on the back of the thing. Then you'd be like, what are those? And so this way they're little decorations.
You could have done like icicles coming off the roof or something.
Oh,
you
I
know.
should have done that. Maybe next year.
Maybe
next
next
year.
year. There's always next year.
Yeah. No, I think that shelf was very useful. It was important to the overall build. Austin just said, "What is that thing in the back?"
What was what thing in the back?
The back of my house. That's what we were talking about.
That's a hell of a question.
It is a
Toaster
shelf.
Oven. See,
It is a
Toaster
shelf.
Oven's paying attention.
Toaster oven. Toaster owner.
Oh,
Toaster oven. We'll call it.
I always thought it was
toaster oven
I
from
always
now
thought it
on.
was toaster oven. That's great.
Oh man.
Oh, I mean that's what he was going for.
No.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
Every time I see owner, yes, it's a shelf. That was the shelf
It's
that held up
It's
my
an
gummies.
outdoor shelf that is very high up. That has 2 gummies on it.
Yeah, it's a good decoration. It's a great decoration. I think so. Maybe it wasn't necessary. But yeah, see, exactly. There were gargoyles on a shelf to protect it. But they were transformers, so they were hidden as gummies.
See, if you would have had that explanation,
I did. I just didn't express it until now.
see that's a real thing, right?
Maybe I needed yeah, I did just need some help with coming up
You
with.
just needed help, and that was great input.
And now we got our help, so
That's
I
great
appreciate
input.
that.
I mean that
That's what I'm gonna
works.
say from now on. Every time, what is that on the back of your house?
It's gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
That is. See, if you would have said gargoyles, I would have just been speechless. I would have said absolutely.
They're gumdrop gargoyles. Yeah. Okay.
I would
Okay.
have said that's the real deal.
I gotta start thinking like that then.
That's-
Yeah.
That's outside of the box thinking, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need it.
And it was outside the box. It was on the outside of the box.
Right, but the thing is if you're gonna do something that's outside of the box, you better have outside of the box reasoning.
Yeah. And
I mean, there was nothing there. You just said, "Oh, I did put a shelf on the outside with gummies on it, but I just did it because it looked cool."
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. That was really my only thought behind it. That was it. Nothing else. Nothing else going on in my mind except for gummies on a shelf.
Yeah, no, it's something else.
Something else.
Something else.
It did look good though.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's
Didn't win the gingerbread contest, which is ridiculous.
it's just also hard to think about that Packers Lions Thanksgiving game.
Packers Lions Thanksgiving game. It's tough to think about, the Lions Niners, the Lions Cowboys. There's a lot of things that's tough to think about. It's tough to think about if aliens exist.
Oh no, that's
know.
a great thing to think about. It's tough though. Space never ends.
Just don't understand. Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Makes no sense. It's like that one Young Boy song.
Make no sense.
Make no sense.
That's hilarious. Oh yeah, Kanye released this week.
Kanye dropped an album. I mean, that was actually
2 weeks ago. Oh, Yeet dropped
yeah,
this week.
yeah, Yeet's the guy that dropped this week.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Interesting. Oh yeah, and then you guys had a rec soccer league. They had a rec soccer league they signed up for. The first week it got rained out and postponed. The second week was terrible conditions, but they still played. I think then the third week got either canceled or postponed. So they said, you know what, we're gonna have to cut this season short. We're doing playoffs only, and that's what it turned out to be. And you wanna explain how your team did?
Yeah, I mean, we were missing a couple guys, but I mean, bottom line, we just didn't compete. These guys were all just some bad people, just soccer prodigies, dude. We lost 6-0. You know, it wasn't even competitive. Couldn't even sink one. You know, we had a couple off the post, but one cool thing. It's too bad. You know, we literally made it to the playoffs, but we went 0-2. You know, that's how much of a sorry season it was. But the team name is the Hacienda Herms. All right. I mean, come on. Is that not the sickest name ever? And there's a reason we lose 6-0. All right. We were standing on the wrong field for about 30 minutes before the game, and then we realized, oh, we're on the other field, right? So then we get over there. We're technically late, and they really started up right away, you know. We were getting ready to just absolutely go nuts, man.
I wasn't playing in this. I was sitting on the bench watching, and obviously we're standing by the wrong field, and then finally someone's like, "Oh, we're actually over there." So they go over there. Herm grabs the soccer ball, runs onto the field. About 15 seconds later, he comes running back off. He goes, "What's going on? Where's our warm up?" And everyone's like, "You missed it.
Yeah,
You missed it."
yeah, dude. The game just started, dude. I
Yeah.
was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the most important warm up. All right, I think the warm up is one of the most important things in life.
Oh, you can warm up for anything. You can warm up for cooking. You can warm up for.
You know, you can be much less talented, but if you warm up better than the other person.
That's an interesting statement.
Oh,
and
I did
haven't.
do that. Yeah, no, a guy's playing with a prosthetic leg.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's fantastic. And that's a decent ball club too.
Is
ECU.
is the prosthetic like knee down, or is it
Oh,
from the thigh?
it's probably knee down.
How do you jump?
Dude, it's like a crazy looking thing.
Is that
It-
technically unfair? What if your prosthetic leg can allow you to have capabilities that your normal leg can't?
I mean, I guess you could think that maybe it is. I don't know. I honestly think, unfortunately, you can't have the prosthetic leg do more than your normal leg because then that
Okay, maybe not now then, I guess, but that's I guess a good
no, but
question
even
to.
in the future though, because you can't have the prosthetic leg way more bionic than your normal leg.
So then our
Yeah.
double amputee is gonna have an unfair
Oh,
advantage?
if you're double amputee, you'll be able to run 30 miles per hour.
Yeah, no,
It'll be
that's
crazy.
Uh,
I mean now that is something you can think about. I mean, pretty much, they could come out with an attachment that you just put like these sweet wheels, like
And you
these
just-
ball wheels, and you
Ew.
just cruise. I mean, why not, right?
That's actually a very interesting thing that I've never really thought about in
I've
terms
never-
of technology. How like amputees, how prosthetics, I guess you should say, how prosthetics are gonna advance, because they're getting to the point now where there's full functioning hands with prosthetics. There's obviously feet or legs with prosthetics. I'm sure there's gonna be some crazy. I wonder when the first person is gonna voluntarily get a prosthetic instead of their own.
That is a crazy thing to say.
But it's not really that unrealistic.
I mean, honestly, if that's
It's really not.
that's ever the reality of life, you know, till we're basically becoming less and less human.
Isn't that interesting? But like, no,
it
I think that's
can't be,
definitely
man.
possible.
It's possible,
It's-
dude, but it's certainly not something we're gonna do.
Maybe not us personally, but I think in our lives we
Yeah,
might see it.
sure, but not
Yeah.
us person. I mean,
I mean, I
know
don't
about
have a
you.
desire to.
I would not do that.
No, I don't have a desire to change it. But
I mean, I guess you're right. Like eventually, you could literally. It's basically like just getting bunch of diamond armor,
yeah,
chest plate,
yeah,
leggings.
no, you're full protection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just nuts.
Or like, imagine if
Wow.
I guess the only because I don't know.
Wow.
It's like, I guess in the same process as like robotic evolution, but like think about robots now. That you can make robots that are stronger than humans because of the robotic capabilities, right?
Well, you got to think about this. Would you ban an MLB pitcher if his throwing hand was prosthetic, and he was just throwing like 103 mile per hour seeds?
Yeah,
You would ban it.
you would have to,
You would have to.
because he's not gonna get Tommy John.
Wow, he'll be able to go for 40 years.
Yeah, he'd
Holy-
basically be in his prime until his heart stops.
Oh my god,
I mean-
that's incredible.
I mean, that's what it would come down
What?
to.
What, dude? He'd literally have grandkids and he'd be ripping balls.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
He's gonna be playing against his grandkids,
Oh my god.
and he's gonna strike him out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
think
mean,
about Usain Bolt if like his legs never stop working, and he could run 100 yards in 4 seconds. He'd be the fastest man forever. He'd be the fastest man forever.
I mean, that's basically like wow. What a story.
That's crazy. 22
22 surgeries after a boating incident.
and 2 years of rehab, and he's That's an impressive story. It really is.
Certainly.
Because to play Division I sports is tough as it is, and then to throw something like that in there, and on top of just being able to learn your normal functions again, getting back to the level that you were at before is just ridiculous. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also too, like, he could just be like a bench player that never plays. Yeah, you could have him on your team, but no. I mean, this guy's actually good enough to play.
Yeah, no, that's really
So, like,
impressive.
That is very impressive.
You hear Jack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jack's in the other room right behind us. He's
Oh yeah.
hacking up a lung right now.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully I think he's got a virtual doctor's appointment.
He's got a virtual doctor's appointment. Hopefully, the doctor prescribes him some great things.
Something to bring him back to life. Something.
ECU Pirates, hell of a team.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah,
doubt
great
about
team.
it.
Great team. Yeah. I mean, what else? What else have we discussed? Pool. Oh, we played some pool last night.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna tell. Sem's a real good pool player. I like to play. I feel like I can kind of, you can make some good shots every once in a while. But it is a real technical game, no doubt about it. There's a lot of little things you can do, and Sem does have the upper edge on me right now in terms of that.
Right now, but we'll see eventually.
Yeah.
The thing with pool that I love is it's all just math.
Yeah,
It's all
no,
just
absolutely. Just like it's geometry.
It's geometry. It's how hard you hit the ball and where it goes and how it follows and how the balls bounce off of each other. It's all just looking at angles
Yeah, it's
and
just
understanding
like physics and stuff.
Yeah, it's really all it is. And the one funny thing last night, I think we ended up playing 5 games?
Oh yeah.
I think it was like
5 games. Oh no.
5 or 6.
Yeah, you won 4 and 1.
I think it was 4 and
I won 2.
we played 6 games, 4 and 2.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4 and 2 was the final record. But I think for the first 2 games, every time Herm hit a ball in, the white ball went in as well.
Yeah.
And then finally I had to give him a quick pointer. He was hitting it on the top of the white ball and it was just rolling some forespin, or I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah.
Front spin. And it was just hitting the ball and then just following it right into the hole. And
Yeah,
then finally
it was terrible. When you're hitting a straight shot like that, you can't play around like that.
No, and he was sinking them. It was like a lot of the times he was getting a ball in, but it's tough when you lose your turn and
Oh, exactly, and you get to go wherever you want pretty much.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then we played shuffleboard. I've never played shuffleboard, and I don't think we were playing it.
We weren't playing it the right way, but we were having a good time.
But we were having a blast.
Oh yeah, that was a fun game.
It was a fun game, yeah. So if you guys got any buddies or friends, you guys take them to the pool table, go play some shuffleboard, some cornhole. It's just a great time.
It's just a good time. They're great games. Like, they really are well-designed games.
Yeah.
And, like, they're really not too difficult.
No.
I mean, obviously, practice makes perfect, but, I mean.
But most of the time when you're doing these situations like these is.
It just is there.
Well, one, it's there, but it's not like any of your friends are going to be professional pool players.
No,
and if they are, don't ask them to play pool.
No, it's not like you're going to like a pool hall and competing in a tournament,
No, it's just fun to go play some of these games, mess around. Parker Bird. Interesting. Yeah, if you guys want to go check it out, the basketball player we've been referencing, the guy from
he's a baseball player.
Oh, baseball player from East Carolina. His name's Parker Bird. If you guys want to check him out, very interesting story.
Parker Bird.
Yep. Yeah, so I think you got anything else important, or anyone in the comments want to drop any last questions before we probably end the stream and continue the rest of our day? I think we got a little bit of homework to do. Real life things. It sucks. Really does.
Really does. I mean, you can't be doing homework on a Saturday ever.
No.
Maybe
You'll have to leave it till tomorrow.
Sometimes you just gotta leave it to Sunday. I feel like Sundays, without the NFL, this is gonna be pretty much the first NFL Sunday with no NFL.
Whoa, what's that little emoji? That thing's cool. Little dinosaur. Maybe that should be the mascot of the Suns.
Ooh.
What's
We're probably gonna be playing some Call of Duty Warzone. And then we'll end up playing some sports games. Probably not Tuesday night, but maybe in the following weeks. Because then we'll all be able to be in the same room, same couch, playing the game on the TV together. So we'll probably play some Madden, FIFA.
Yeah, I think this week we'll probably start with Warzone unless you guys have any recommendations for what you would prefer to see. But yeah, it'll be nothing crazy. Just another way for you guys to engage with us. And we enjoy video games, so it'll be fun for us.
It's nothing to us.
I think
We get people watching our great performances.
Yep. So it'll be fun. Yeah, I think that's the plan for Tuesday. Is going to be Warzone, and then we'll switch it up after that to something else you guys want to see, or something else we want to play for that week. So nothing serious. Yeah, so that'll be Tuesday if you guys want to tune in. Otherwise, I would say thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and then also commenting. We love engaging with you guys. It makes it more enjoyable for us. We love to see what you guys are thinking and how you guys are enjoying it. So that's awesome. And then, like always, comment, share, subscribe, send the links out to your friends. Subscribe to our YouTube, Twitch. Go follow our Instagram. That would probably be the best spot to begin with. That's where we're gonna pretty much post any of our updates, new
At
content.
the MOWers Pod.
Yeah, it should be at the MOWers Podcast. I'll once this video is posted afterwards, I'll go into the description and post all of our links to everything, so you can go there directly from there. Yeah, anything you want to leave us off with?
Thank you guys, and let's have a great rest of the weekend. How about?
Yeah, I like that. Thank you guys for riding with the Mowers. Peace out, and we will see you guys on Tuesday this
Wow,
week.
that didn't look good. All right, there we go. It's 2.
All right, we'll see you guys on Tuesday this week. Peace.